beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about this brand new product from Huda Beauty. This is the N.Y.M.P.H All Over Highlighting Powder. This is currently available only from the Huda Beauty website. I'm not sure if or when this will make its way to Sephora, but this thing is beautiful and it is pretty pricey. I really want to give you as much information as possible. That way, hopefully you can decide if this product is right for you. This product currently only comes in one shade. It's called Flora. This is the outer packaging. Really pretty, kind of raised details. Huda always does such a nice job with her packaging, in my opinion. And I do want to point out that this comes with a little inner bumper carton inside. This is really nicely and securely packaged, with something I really like to see from a more expensive, more high-end type of product like this. Let's take a close-up look at the compact now. We see that same sort of geometric rose detailing. This has a translucent, soft matte type of feel to it, but it's not that sticky soft matte like a NARS packaging. This will wipe clean really easily. This has a locking clasp closure. It does close very securely. And then when we open up inside, first of all, nice big mirror, but just look at that. This beautiful geometric rose. Again, it's in sort of medium gold. It's not quite champagne, it's not quite bronze. This is a very flattering shade for a lot of skin tones. I always hesitate to say universally flattering, but if you're only gonna have one shade, I feel like this is the way to go. Look how pretty it is. I can't stop staring at it. Now, this powder is priced at $55 US. That is really expensive, but certainly you can tell, I mean, it's almost the size of my head. It's just absolutely gigantic. Just to give you a reference point, this is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Compact. This thing is so much bigger than a standard size compact. And this is a pretty beefy compact as it is. This thing is just absolutely gigantic. There's also a big, gigantic brush. So if you're gonna use this as an all-over body highlighter, then a really big, soft brush like this is gonna be the way to go. Personally, I'm not a big body makeup type of girl, so I will just be using this as a face highlighter. I'll give you a demo of that in just a minute. But I did want to mention this brush. It's the Face and Body All Over Highlight Brush. This one is priced at $40 US. The bristles are super soft. This is quite a large brush and it is very hefty. You can tell it's not a cheaply made brush. It's quite heavy. So that's the brush. I'm not going to be using it in the demo today just because this is a little bit large for my face. As you can see, it's like a quarter of the size of my entire face. But if you're going to be using the highlighter for your body, then this brush would probably be great. It is pretty pricey, but I feel like high-end brushes are worth the investment if it's something you're going to use a lot. So that's the brush. Now let's talk a little bit more about the price of this highlighter. $55 is a lot of money for any single item, particularly for one single highlighter. Although this is a multi-use product since you can use it on your face or your body. And yes, it is very beautiful and it is very gigantic, but I wanted to do some price per gram comparisons with this Huda Flora powder and a couple other highlighters and also face and body powder type of products. When I started looking at price per gram comparisons, I initially just went to well-known highlighters that I felt were in a similar realm with this Huda powder. Of course, when I think of highlighter, one of the first things that I go to is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfectors. Those are $38 US and they have 8 grams of product. So for the Becca highlighters, you're paying $4.75 per gram. I also wanted to compare this Huda highlighter to the Too Faced Diamond Light highlighters because they have a very similar texture, that baked texture, and they also have a pretty little imprint, so I felt like they were pretty adjacent products. So the Diamond Light highlighters are $36 a piece and those have 12 grams, so those are only $3 a gram, significantly less than the Becca. But you know, I didn't feel like it was exactly fair to compare little highlighters that are just designed to be used for the face with this, since this is a face and body product. So I started searching around looking for some face and body powders that are marketed as those all over shimmer powders. I found two from Fenty, the all over diamond veil, which is around $4.87 per gram, pretty pricey. The most expensive product that I priced out for this comparison. There's also the Fenty Fairy Balm Shimmer Powder. Now that one does come in 4 shades, which is a bonus because most of these only come in 1 or 2 shades. The Fairy Balm Shimmer Powder is $4.67 per gram. Another loose type of powder comes from RMS Beauty. That's the Living Luminous Glow Face and Body Powder. That one also only comes in 1 shade, just like this Huda powder, and that one's $3.64 per gram. Now, you're probably thinking what I'm thinking, which is, Amanda, you should compare this to the Soul Body powders because they've got a big old compact and they're really affordable because they're only $14 a piece. So what's the price per gram comparison with the Soul Face and Body Shimmer Powders, of which there are 7 shades, the most impressive shade range, so good on you, Soul Body. The Soul Body powders are $14 a piece and they have 10 grams, therefore they are $1.40 per gram. Now, that is the only one that's less expensive than the Huda powder per gram, because the Huda powder is $55 and it's 30 grams, a whopping 30 grams, so 3 times the size of the Soul Body powder. So it really is only $1.83 per gram. Now, $55 is still a lot, there's no question about that, but when you look at the per gram price, it's actually a lot less expensive than many other similar highlighters on the market at Sephora right now, but it just happens to be gigantic. Hopefully all of that math was helpful to you. I really like to look at the per gram price, particularly of high-end powders, because once we start playing with these really, really large product prices, I want to see how much bang I'm getting for my buck. So that's why I like to do those little comparisons and breakdowns. Now, enough math because that is not my forte. Let's take a quick look at this powder in action and then I'll just wrap up all my thoughts at the end. Let's open this big mama up and see how it looks applied to the face. I'm first going to apply just a light layer to one side of my face and then I'll show you sort of a comparison. This is no highlighter on one cheek and then you can see this soft little sheer glow. I'm going to go ahead and put one layer on the other side and then we're really going to build up with a second heavier layer so that you can see how buildable this is. You could go even further if you wanted to, but this is just the perfect amount of soft, pretty highlighting glow for me personally. And I also want to show you a live swatch of this. If you apply with your finger, you can get a lot more metallic glow in one swipe. So that's also an option if you want a brighter highlight. Okay, first things first. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I have an affinity for these beautiful little artworks of powders. I love these imprinted powders, particularly highlighters. And this just takes my breath away. It's stunning. It's like the mother of all gorgeous printed highlighters. It's just stunning to look at and the compact and everything is just well made, it's well done, it's beautiful, it's lovely, I like looking at it. Now, if you're not a makeup collector, then that means nothing to you. I happen to be a makeup collector as well as a makeup product enthusiast, so you know, it's worthwhile for me, but it may not be for you. Now, when it comes down to the actual product, I really initially thought that this shade was going to be a little bit too warm and a little bit too deep for me. I actually think it looks beautiful on the skin because it has that smooth baked texture. It just glides right on. It's not super bright, blinding, like metallic stripe on the face. Personally, I prefer a more lit from within ethereal type of glow. So this is definitely right up my alley. The color is stunning. The formula is beautiful. The packaging, everything about this is so lovely. My biggest gripe is that it only comes in one color. Now I do think, like I said at the beginning, that if you're gonna go with one shade, this sort of mid-tone golden type of shade is really the way to go. I do think this is gonna look good on a lot of skin tones. I honestly would have preferred to see this come out in 3 different shades. I would have loved to see a slightly lighter icy pink type of color, and then a deeper, more like bronzy, more geared towards deeper skin tones. I think this launch would have been perfectly done with 3 shades versus just the 1. I'm sure this is going to work for a lot of people, but I don't think it's going to work for everyone. There's just no such thing as a universal product in my opinion. So I do wish we had 3 shades, but other than that, I love this. I know it's really gigantic. You know, fun holiday idea would be a mini version. I would snap up a mini version of this in a heartbeat. I think other people would too, particularly people like me who aren't really going to be using this all over the body and are really more just going to be using it on their faces. But regardless, I still love it. It's stunning. I will keep my fingers crossed for more shades, but I have to say, if this seems like something that you're interested in, I absolutely recommend it. But you know, if you're super like porcelain pale, this is probably gonna be too gold, too yellow for you. But I think if you are my skin tone all the way up through a medium, even medium deep, then this is gonna be stunning. Stunning. I haven't used the brush, so I don't really have any feelings about it. Personally, this isn't the type of product that's for me, because I'm not gonna use this for my body, but it feels like a nice brush. I know that's not very helpful, sorry. Is this on your wish list? Do you think it's too big, too pricey, not the right shade? I always love to hear what you guys think too, even if we don't agree, even if we don't love or dislike the same products. I definitely value your opinion and I just like to hear from you. So make sure you leave all your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! That way you can just, which is something I like to see from, just use it as a weapon. I'm not going to do that, but I don't condone violence, but you know, if you had to. Face diamond light highlighters. Doing great. And, burp. I am not doing well today. Not nailing it. At least my highlighter looks good though. I think this will lean working towards, what does that even mean? Then and then the Huda Beauty. Every detail, I'm getting like flustered, okay? I know it's expensive, okay? I'm not denying it. It is expensive, you know? What if we had a little baby version of this and it was like $30, half the size? I would be totally down for that. Just let me know. You want to hire me for consultations, Huda? I'm your girl. I will not hold my breath, don't worry. Okay, lots to do, lots to see and do. Well, not lots to see. I've been in my house for like 4.5 months, but lots to do. Hope you're staying safe. I hope you're well. I just love your face. I love so much. Okay, bye.